Hello, everybody. Jeff Lohse on the weekly update for SBCA, Structural Building Components Association. First things first, we got a few birthdays to recognize next week coming up on Wednesday, I believe it is. Ali and Corey from our team. Corey's our recent hire with the safety coordinator, and Ali, who is all things events for us. They've got birthdays coming up next Wednesday, and beyond that, looking forward to Saturday. Ashley, our education director, she has a birthday as well. So a lot of birthdays, all just kind of jam-packed. I was doing the math on it. It seems weird that everybody have a birthday at the end of November, but maybe that's just the way it is. Good people are born in the end of November. Beyond that, speaking of that, my dad had a birthday earlier this week, so happy birthday to him too. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing a update next week, given that the holiday is happening. We've got Turkey Day, Thanksgiving coming up next Thursday. SBCA offices will be closed Thursday and Friday to give us a nice 4-day weekend. So that is one thing that I'm thankful for, that the association affords us to be able to spend some time with our families, our friends, and really, it's a great time of year for that. So really, as we give appreciation, give thanks for a variety of things, that's the first one. And maybe I'll do a quick one on Tuesday or Wednesday that just talks about all the things I'm thankful for with SBCA. But beyond that, things that have been keeping us busy, what have we been working on? A lot. It's one of those, we don't have an event coming up, so a lot of things get done. We've got the annual report, which we're planning to release in January, which is kind of moving that up to where it's a little bit more relevant. We're not quite done with 2024, but it is one of those things we can start writing about all the successful things we did this year. So we're active on that. We've got the SBCA magazine. That's always going. Also looking forward to having 4 installments next year of the Framing Today magazine for framers. So if you're not yet subscribed to that, look online and figure out how to do that. We've also got a board meeting coming up for just our board members coming up the week right after Thanksgiving in December. That's going to be out at the Home Innovation Research Lab. We're going to go through the fire testing facility. We're going to approve a budget, which I've really been working on. Thanks to everybody that's been helping out with that on our team. But that's taken a lot of time as well. It's always one of those things, you got to prep a lot of things and make sure that you know what you're talking about when you get into those board meetings. Beyond that, the NFC, the National Framers Council, they're having a year-end planning section that's going to be in St. Paul coming up. I believe it's the same week. I'm going to hit that on the way to Baltimore to do all that. So again, the NFC folks, it'll be interesting to see what they've got cooking. They've been doing a lot of good things. Their membership has been growing. So if you've got a framer in your life, you should have them join NFC. Beyond that, we also have a SBCA year-end staff meeting coming up. Finally going to get somewhere north with our staff, which it'll be interesting to see how everybody reacts. We've got some people from California and Arizona and warmer places, but we're going to be going to Montana, right down the road from where I live. So it'll be nice to have everybody here, let them see a little bit about Montana and some of the beauty, as well as get into some different operations, to give them some tours, to, insights into how the entire industry works. So that, I'm looking forward to that. Plus, it's going to be a fun place to be for a little bit. Hopefully we got some snow on the ground, and it's a real Montana winter experience for them. But beyond that, we've been doing the new QA auditor. We got him up and going. So you'll start to see him in some of the inspections. Our education modules, busy working on that. There's a lot that's going on there. Forming committees for 2025. If you're looking to get involved, if you're kind of on the fringe of whether or not you'd like to participate more with SBCA, committees are a great way to do that. We have some that meet online. We also have some that, meet in person. But just to kind of give you a rundown, I'm going to read them just so in case you're sparking your interest. But we've got our advocacy committee, which is going to be great, coming up with an OQM in DC in June. We've got our BCMC committee. We've got the education, engineering, and technical, who's been killing it with the BCSI, and Greg's got them lined out with a bunch of stuff under Howard's leadership. So if you're into the technical things and want to get into a little bit more of the engineering, that's a great committee for that. The executive, finance, and governance are all kind of appointed by the president. IT committee, they meet virtually a lot, but they do have some things that happen in person. One of the things, I was reading notes on what they did at BCMC when they had a roundtable. They asked about what was your first gaming console. Obviously, if you're in tech, you probably are a gamer of some sort. Like mine would have been the NES, the original Nintendo, which would have been really cool. But that's a great way to just kind of, get people talking, and you're like, Atari, what are you talking about? Or, whatever was precursor to that. But beyond that, we've got Launchpad, management, marketing, membership, the 3Ms. Those are open for people to participate. So if you want to talk about management issues, insurance, understanding, different economic drivers of the industry or the business, marketing, promoting, we're going to be doing a lot of marketing work coming up this next year. So that'd be a very interesting committee to be part of. And membership, we want to grow our membership, but we also want to retain it. So if you're in that sales or you just like talking about SBCA, that's a great place for you. We also have quality control, which again is a great committee to understand how do we maintain certain quality standards, not only to TPI1, but just in general and talking about best practices, that sort of stuff. And we also have the safety committee, which we'll be seeing a little bit more activity on that coming up in 25. So if none of those really sounded great to you, think about chapters as well. We've got chapters spread out throughout the country. We're willing to start chapters if we don't have one in your area. And I know it's not the funnest thing to be like, oh, I don't want to talk to the guy next door. I don't like him. He's always this or that or whatever. But if you're able to put those differences aside, you can really do a lot of good work. Maybe it's something you wish your customers knew, or your code officials, or the architects, the people specifying, the components in your market. One of those things that if they are able to learn something from an independent source like a local chapter, that makes a lot of benefits to the individual companies as well. So we're looking to support those. So you don't have a chapter, we'd love to start one. But if you do, participate, get a meeting together, call up Talia and get her, saying, hey, let's get something going on in this part of the country. But beyond that, I could keep going because, we are really busy. It's a fun time of year. But I'll let you go, get back to your day. Hopefully I talk to you next week. If we don't, have a great Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite holidays. And hope you're able to spend some time with some friends or family or whoever you want to spend time with outside of work. But beyond that, till next week or the week after, peaks up, press on, and we'll talk to you all a little bit later. Bye.